Hi, I'm Dylan Cox for secondsout.com, and I'm here with American heavyweight Tony Thompson. Tony, you're back in the UK following a shock win over David Price. Tell us why you've come back again for the rematch.
I mean, just to prove the naysayers wrong again. You know, I took the first fight, like I told everybody, to create an opportunity for myself. I did that, and now I'm out to prove to everybody, the sanctioning bodies, everybody, that it wasn't a fluke, that I'm still one of the top heavyweights in the world.
At the post-fight press conference following your victory over Price, you said that you didn't want to come back. You said that you felt that you'd been treated unfairly, but obviously a deal has been struck and you are back here.
Most definitely. I mean, you know, I stand by what I said. I didn't want to come back, but the competitor in me and the fact that they actually paid me what I'm worth this time didn't hurt either. But mostly, like I said, man, I'm a competitor. You know, I got into this game to prove, who's the better man that night. And that's what I want to do again.
Although it was only a few rounds, did you find anything out about David Price that maybe you didn't know in the preparation to that fight? Did you think, oh, he's a better boxer than I expected him to be?
No, I thought he was a great fighter. I honestly did. But everybody has some flaws. And we were able to capitalize on the flaws that we saw. Now, we don't know if David's going to bring the same flaws in, but I know we're going to be a better fighter for the rematch.
You're already looking in good shape already, and you talked about you were slightly heavier than you've ever been in your career before, but that was due to being ill, etc. But have you already been in training for this, and you'd lost some weight since the last fight?
Most definitely. I mean, it's not necessarily that I've lost any weight. I've just gotten better from what was ailing me, So, but I have been training. I've been thinking about this rematch, and I've been wanting to rematch as much as David. So, yes, we've been working hard.
You've already had 2 cracks at the world title against Vladimir Klitschko. If you beat David Price again, do you think that's a realistic option again to push for another world title? Is that what you're thinking of, or are you thinking, okay, that may not happen because I've already had 2 attempts, so I'll probably go a different route?
Well, I mean, yes, I'm thinking I'm going to go a different route, but it all leads back to Vladimir. All roads lead to Vladimir. Vladimir is the true undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, and that's what I want to be. And yes, it might be unrealistic to think that, but until somebody beats me and proves me wrong, I'm going to keep going for it.
Your countryman Deontay Wilder had a very exciting knockout over Audley Harrison at the weekend. Did you A, see that fight, and B, do you think he might be a potential opponent if you overcome Price again?
Well, I heard about the fight. I already knew what to expect in the fight, so there's no need to look at it. I know Dante very well. Knew he's a very powerful fighter, very skilled, very fast, and I knew it was going to be a short night for him against Audley. But getting past David, fighting Dante, only if it moves me closer to my ultimate goal. I'm not ducking anybody. I'm going to fight anybody, but it has to be a step up for me.
And you, at the post-fight press conference, you did mention Tyson Fury's name, and you seemed quite adamant that was a fight that you wanted. Did you see his fight with Steve Cunningham over in the States, and how did you rate it?
Of course I seen that crap, It just reaffirmed to me that Tyson Fury is a cold bum, I don't even put him in the David Price's league, and that's for real, Tyson has a lot to learn about fighting. I wish Steve had a little size on him. He would have kicked his ass for sure. But, giving a little credit to Tyson, he did what a big man's supposed to do to a good little man. He acted like the bigger man in the ring, came out with the victory. Now, can he do that against somebody his own size? It's time to pick on somebody your own size, you big pussy.
And finally, in the lead up to the last fight, you said that you had a team of your trainers around you that really believed in you and that wanted to be with you. But we've seen today you've brought, it wasn't the two guys that you had with you at the last fight. You had, sorry, I did forget his name, the chap you brought with you. Could you tell us a bit about that?
Well, I mean, I still have the same team. They just wasn't able to travel. Frank's cheap ass is only going to pay for one more ticket. And we had to continue my workouts. So I had to bring my conditioning trainer at this point. His name is B.B. Hudson, very well known in the boxing game. He's been my trainer for a few of my best fights and had me in my best condition, and I wanted to be in my best condition for this fight. So I begged and I pleaded with him to come back, and he came back for me.
So does that say a bit about your mentality about this fight? Because I think maybe some people thought that you got the victory over Price last time and you might just come over here, turn up and think you can do it again. But are you in the mindset that it's going to be a tough fight and you need to be at your best?
Well, I thought it was going to be a tough fight the first fight. I thought I was going to come out victorious. It had just happened early, which happens in heavyweight fighting. But in no way am I coming over here underestimating or disrespecting David Price's ability. I'm coming over here and I will be prepared, like I said, to fight 12 rounds.
Brilliant. Well, best of luck, Tony, and thanks for the interview. Cheers. Thanks a lot.